Hi, Sonny. My name is Savannah. I'm a student. I live in South London, and my favourite recording of yours is Volume 1 and Sonny Rollins with the Modern Jazz Quartet. I play the saxophone. My question for you is, how has your approach to learning jazz music or music generally, how has it changed over the years? Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Rollins. My name is Brian Barry. I'm currently located in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and I'd have to say my favorite Sonny Rollins album would have to be You Live at the Village Vanguard, and a particular tune I'd probably have to say would be Sunny Moon for Two. I like to do that a lot as a tap dancer, and my instrument, on behalf of my good friend Jeremy Kisman as well, our instrument is a pair of tap shoes. And my question to you is as a tap dancer who's focusing on jazz improvisation, what insight or advice could you give us regarding our unique position in the jazz idiom? And have you ever played with a tap dancer yourself? So that's my question. And again, just want to say that you have been an incredible inspiration to myself, and I know many other tap dancers as well. So thank you, and hope to talk to you May 5th.
Good morning, Mr. Rollins. My name is Jay McKay. I live in Chester, Connecticut. I have been a fan of yours since I was in college in the early 70s when I discovered you through listening to Thelonious Monk. And I've had a chance to see you a couple of times in concert in the late 70s with the Milestone Jazz Stars, and then a few years back, my wife and I got a chance to go see you at the Litchfield Jazz Festival in Litchfield, Connecticut. And it turned out to be the most memorable musical experience of my life. And I think it's because I play the saxophone. I have my tenor YTS 61, and I have my dog April here, and which is a shameless plug because I know you love dogs. And my wife Joan is sitting here on Saturday morning. But you know, it's always seemed to me that I've been astounded by your ability to create in the moment, drawing on the the vibes and circumstances of what's going on. And when we went to Litchfield a few years back, there was this incredible thunder and lightning storm going on when you were on stage, and it was held under an enormous tent with just hundreds of people in there. And as it rained harder and harder, I mean, cats and dogs, right, Arfie? It just was coming down in sheets off the sides of the tent, and everybody who was outside, including us, were like crowding in. And all of a sudden, the space between like all these humans and these natural forces that were just massive, rain and thunder and lightning, and you on stage with your band, just became this whole that was so much the moment in every piece of what was there that it was astounding. And you really carried us all through this lightning storm and thunderstorm and rainstorm. And it seemed like your playing was connected to like the heavens. And you kept playing, while through the worst of it, you just kept you were possessed. And, you know, as I've been trying to play the horn and just a lover of music and your music through the years, you know, it seems like just it was the ultimate joining of the moment, you know, being in the moment between all these different parts of it, you being the central part, you know. And I don't know if you remember that concert, but we sure do. And if not that one, I wonder if there are certain ones that stand out in your mind as just being kind of transcendent, you know, as just completely winding up in lost territory that's just so beautiful that and powerful that and amazing that it just takes on like another dimension. It's like you've gone to heaven or to Mars or something, you know. And so my question is, you know, if you remember some moments like that, I'd just love to hear you describe a couple for us, because to me, this is what my musical life has been about, is to find a moment like that, you know, and I thank you for it. And my wife thanks you for it.
Indeed.
And my dog thanks you for it. And my bandmates thank you for it, because I try in my own little way to, you know, play without scaring the dog too much and get through. But I'd love to be part of your chat if you see me as worthy. And I'd love to have you answer a question like that if you could. I'd just love to hear about some of those experiences. So anyway, thanks. I'm Jay McKay from Chester, Connecticut. Jay McKay from Chester, Connecticut, that is. And my wife Joan, and my dog Arfie, and my Yamaha YTS 61 that I love. Thank you. Bye. Thanks, Arf.
Arfie liked it.
Hi, Mr. Rollins. My name is Lauren Collins, and I'm a tenor saxophonist and vocalist, currently studying jazz in Nanaimo, British Columbia, Canada. And I've been a fan of yours since I started learning this music way back in the first year of high school. My favorite Sonny Rollins recording is a very difficult decision to make. Although Saxophone Colossus was the album that really inspired me to pick up the horn and start learning this music, I'm gonna have to say my favorite Sonny Rollins recording is The Bridge. For me, that album just exudes musicality. The improvisational firepower on those tracks is unparalleled, and the sense of ensemble that you get from the musicians playing in that group is just perfect. Like, it's the perfect mix of musical and technical and ensemble-wise. I have never heard another album that has those elements so well in place as The Bridge. Throughout your career, you've used a setup of bass and drums with no piano or guitar to accompany you. My question for you is, what is your musical reason for employing this setup, and what do you like about it versus playing with a pianist, a guitarist, or other chord instrument to accompany you? Thank you very much for your time.
My name is Kirby Davis. I'm a tenor saxophone player from Muhlenberg County, Kentucky. My favorite Sonny Rollins music would be the albums Saxophone Colossus and The Bridge. My question for Sonny Rollins would be, how do you incorporate technicality and music theory into expressive, emotional playing? Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Rollins. My name is Quinn McIntyre. I'm 15 years old. I live in Portland, Oregon, and I play the tenor saxophone. My favorite recording of yours is Saxophone Colossus, in particular the track St. Thomas. I like it because it has such a happy vibe to it, and it's so melodic and beautiful. My question for you is, if you were given the chance to go back to when you were my age, what is one thing you would have liked to know? Thank you.
Hi, my name is Joe Alterman, and I'm a pianist, and I live in New York City. And my favorite Sonny Rollins recording is his version of The Way You Look Tonight with Thelonious Monk. And I wanted to ask Sonny if there's any musician that he never got the chance to work with that he wishes he could have, or if there's any musician that he did work with that he wished he could have worked with more. And that's my question. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Russ Curry, and I'm a ninth grade student in Muhlenberg County High School in Muhlenberg County, Kentucky. I like to play the bassoon in our school's concert band. I like to play alto sax in our marching band, bass sax in our jazz band, and I like to do some solo work on soprano saxophone. I'm trying to pick up piano and guitar in addition to all that as well, and it's kind of difficult balancing it all, but I try and manage it. My favorite music that you've performed has got to be Saxophone Colossus, specifically St. Thomas. St. Thomas it's catchy, it's fluid, and it's just fun. I love it so much. There was a friend, a tenor saxophone player, that introduced me to it, and I just fell in love with it from that point on, and I started looking about you. I bought books of your songs recently, and I'm working on that. I just love your solo work on St. Thomas. It's fun. It's just catchy, you know? And my big question for you is, what was your inspiration as a young man, as a teenager, to start playing jazz? And I'm just a big fan. What else can I say? Thank you for your time.
Hi, I'm Soren Varga. I'm from Nelson, British Columbia. I'm 13 years old. I'm learning to play alto sax, and I've just found Sonny Rollins to be such a great big inspiration with the great big sound, and just the obvious devotion. But I'd have to say that my favorite Sonny Rollins recording was St. Thomas from Saxophone Colossus. So my question for Sonny is what sort of things do you practice, like having reached the level that you have, and has it changed much over your lifetime? Thanks. Bye.
Hi, Mr. Rollins. My name is Jared Warsaw. I'm a freshman studying at the Hart School of Music here at the University of Hartford in West Hartford, Connecticut. Like yourself, I am a tenor saxophone player. My favorite recording, gosh, this is hard. My favorite recording of yours would probably have to be the Saxophone Colossus album, because that was the first album I ever heard that was a jazz album, and it's what inspired me to get into this music and what inspired me to listen to it. My question for you is, what's it like seeing young musicians such as myself become inspired by your music to get themselves into jazz, and what message would you tell them? Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jared Irish. I'm from Millersville, Georgia, but I'm currently studying music in Jacksonville, Alabama. I've been playing saxophone for about 10 years now, but only been studying jazz for about 2 or 3 years. The first time I heard Sonny Rollins play, or probably the first jazz recording I have ever heard, was St. Thomas off of the Saxophone Colossus album, and I just immediately fell in love with Sonny's playing and just all the playing on that album. And that's when I decided this is what I want to play for the rest of my life. I just immediately fell in love and became enamored with the music. But my favorite Sonny Rollins recording is Sunny Side Up with Stitt and Dizzy. And just the passion and the conviction with which Sonny plays everything really keeps drawing me back into his fluency in playing the language. It's just incredible, and it really keeps drawing me back to Sonny's playing. But my question for Sonny would be, what is your approach to improvising? Because I know a lot of people approach it in different ways, but I would like to know your approach to improvising.
Hi, Sonny. My name's Johnny. I'm a music teacher in Victoria, BC, Canada. I've been playing the saxophone for 16 years. It's really hard for me to pick a favorite recording. I love the bridge and the story behind that. I love Saxophone Colossus, all countless live albums. This is another one of my favorites, Tenor Madness. It hangs on my wall above my record player anytime it's not in the record player. I think it's just so cool to hear you and Coltrane on the same album, trading back and forth, and you both sound great. My question for you is, what do you think is the most important concept to be teaching young students who are picking up an instrument for the first time? Thanks.
Hello, Mr. Rollins. My name is Jackson Trubers. I am a freshman at the University of North Texas studying jazz. I play the saxophone, primarily tenor, as well as the doubles. Location, Denton, Texas, just outside of Dallas and Fort Worth. Favorite recording? I mean, I gotta say it's I've never actually found a exclusively audio format of this, but I've only seen the videos now on the DVD, but live in Denmark in 1965, in which you play There Will Never Be Another You, St. Thomas, among a few other beautiful tunes. It's with a pianist trio, and the way that you functioned as both a melodic voice and how you, in a very unique and interesting way, substituted the lack of the harmonic component. Well, there's the bass, but there's no piano. When I first heard you play There Will Never Be Another You, I started to realize how important rhythm is, and how just swinging eighth notes can sometimes lack the oomph that we strive for in music. My question for Sonny is very simply, what do you think about jazz now? It's very, very different. At its core, it's very much the same, but on the outside, it's very much different than what it was when you were entering the scene for the first time. And you know, maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe the vibe is probably still the same mostly. I have no idea. That's part of my question. But what do you think of jazz now? You know, in terms of the environment that young musicians come into, and the musical side. Has it become more complex? Has it become more simple? Has it been more about the group, or has it become more about the individual? You know, what do you think about jazz now? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Would you rather that it was evolving a different way? I gotta say, even if I don't get to hang out with you, thank you for everything that you've brought into my life. Thank you for the beautiful recordings, the beautiful compositions, the beautiful collaborations with other musicians, giving so many great other musicians a chance, and inspiring so many young musicians like myself. And I must say, you're a hell of a lot of fun to transcribe. Okay, well, thank you very much, and I hope to be a part of this experience. Have a fantastic day.
Hello, Mr. Rollins. This is Mike Casey. Hope you're doing well. I'm an alto saxophonist from Hartford, Connecticut. I'm currently in school at the Jackie McLean Institute of Jazz at the University of Hartford, studying with Renee McLean, Javon Jackson, and Abraham Burton. I love your music. I've always loved your music. You really inspired me to begin playing, honestly, when I first heard Tenor Madness. But my favorite record of yours is definitely St. Thomas live in Stockholm from 1959. Great concert with Henry Grimes. And if I had one question to ask, there's so many I wish I could ask, but if I had to pick one, you know, this is something I'm working on right now musically. I'm wondering, what specific things did you do to get your personality to show up more in your music, to not just find your own voice, because we're all human beings, hopefully we all know ourselves, know who we are, but how do you get that to show up in your music and come through your horn? we all have our influences. I know you're coming from Coleman Hawkins, Charlie Parker influences. So I'm not necessarily asking to shed. How do you shed your influences? I don't want to do that, but how do you really just get your voice, really your personality, to come through strongly, so it's more noticeable in the music? And if you had any guidance from me, I'd really appreciate it. And thanks for the music. Take care.
Thank you.